Hi, this is Vic. As a first-time user of openBoM, I thought it might be helpful to show you how to go from sign-in to creating your first BOM. So let's get started. You'll want to go ahead and sign in with the email and password that you registered with. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully I got this right. Oh, look at there, I did. Once you sign in, you go directly to the dashboard. Of course, as a first-time user, your dashboard will be empty. You haven't created any new BOMs yet. So let's go ahead and see how to go ahead and do that. Let's click on New BOM. You'll be able to assign a part number to your BOM if you so desire. This will be helpful for multi-level BOMs. Or just go ahead and assign a name. So let me go ahead and call this just iRobot. And I'll just call it Vic. iRobot Vic as my first BOM. And I can go ahead and choose a template. We provide some templates and we'll be providing many more in the future. But let's go ahead and click Flat BOM. If I go ahead and create that, you see that there's already a BOM with properties that you might find helpful. If you don't find any one of these properties helpful, of course there's ways you can go ahead and remove those properties. You can go ahead and create new properties, and of course you can move these properties around as you like, depending on how you'd like to configure your BOM. So there's lots of flexibility here. So that's how you create your first BOM. Now, I'm going to show you one more way of doing so that might be of interest to you, which is importing a BOM from a spreadsheet. I mention that because in my experience, lots of people have already their BOMs on spreadsheets. So let me show you how to bring those into to openBoM. Before I do, let me go ahead and just show you a spreadsheet that I've created for this very purpose. It's a very simple one. And the one thing I do want to point out is that your attribute or your properties must begin on line 6. It's very, very important that your property row begin on line 6. That's sort of the compromise we've made to make it as easy or straightforward as possible for you to go ahead and import your spreadsheet without having to go through some complicated configuration process. So if they start on line 6, that'll be great. If you run into an error importing, you might want to check your spreadsheet because you might find that you thought it was on line 6, but maybe it's on line 5. Maybe you forgot and it's on line 1 or 2, or rather row 1 or 2. So just make sure everything begins on row 6 and you should be all set to go. Anyway, so let me remove that and show you how that importing that spreadsheet works. It's fairly straightforward. I'm going to click import the BOM. I'm using a Mac, so I'm just going to go where the spreadsheet is located. I found it. I double click it, and now of course here it is. It's in my dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and what's kind of cool is that now I have the spreadsheet I just showed you within openBoM. I can go ahead and configure this just so it's a little easier to read, and you'll see that doing so is fairly straightforward. And once I've done that, I can go ahead and share that spreadsheet so I can collaborate, and there's simultaneous editing. I can go ahead, once I've made some changes, and create revisions. I can see revision history. I can assign or set inventories to various, to the parts here from the inventories tables that I've created or that can create. So there's lots of flexibility here that goes well beyond what you might have with a spreadsheet, although it kind of feels like one. Anyway, that's all there is to it. So if you have any questions or any feedback to us, just please go ahead and click the feedback button, the green one there at the very end. We really appreciate your feedback. If you have any issues or run into any trouble, just go ahead and fill this out. It's fairly straightforward to use and intuitive. You can write some comments anywhere you choose, and enter your email. Enter the email you registered or that you're using for openBoM, and hit send, and we'll get it and we'll respond at the very first chance that we get back to you. Anyway, that's all there is for creating your BOMs. I hope this is helpful. Thank you.